My name is Crystal King, and I'm in Mr. Booker's Offenders Counseling. Anything that you tell me is in between us. I will not share it with anyone.
Okay, thank you. You do have my consent. Today I wanted to talk to you. I'm coming to terms with my apparent alcoholism. Some family members have mentioned it to me, but I didn't think it was that big of a problem. But I'm kind of realizing that I think I have a dependency on it, or use it as a coping mechanism. Because and I didn't even, I don't know if this developed lately, but throughout high school, I would drink a little bit, or at parties and stuff like that, or I'll leave it alone. But then when I do, it's overboard. Or now more recently, I guess I've just started to realize that I drank to deal with stress or whatever, but I don't know if it's coming from other places. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I just found out too that I have a lot more school to finish than I thought, because I had switched my major. I thought it would only be a semester and then some in the summer, but it's there's going to be another, basically a year if I put it together like that, a spring semester, summer, and then fall. But anyway, but I really I think I have control over it though, the alcoholism. So I don't think it ruled my life, because I don't like alcohol, the taste of alcohol or anything, but I don't know if I should talk to you and you feel like this is a problem, because my family members have mentioned it to me when I have been, I guess, inebriated, and maybe they feel like I'm a completely different person. But I feel like everybody is. So
you're using alcohol to cope, with problems that you're having?
Because my mother was saying that she feels I'm using it to cope with stress, but I feel okay, that's what people do. They have a drink. So and I used to never be one of those people, but I don't know now, I guess I have come to it. But I don't know if it's a dependency just yet. I think maybe I can be dependent on it, but I did think I needed counseling to see if it's a deeper thing.
How much are you drinking?
See, it won't be that's why I'm saying it's not an alcoholic problem, because it'll be when I decide to. It's not necessarily every week, but every time that I feel a certain way, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know if it's just me being too emotionally overloaded with a lot of things, or because I really don't get stressed. I just say, fuck it, you know what I mean? I'm not a person where I'm stressed out, I'm just gonna not deal with it for a while until I'm ready.
So you just, whenever you don't drink every day, you just drink when you have problems.
Right, or when I just feel emotionally overwhelmed, I guess. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I want to be able to stop it before it gets to that point of this is a dependency, because I know that would probably be a habit. But I don't know. It's like I'm in partial denial, because it's I know that it's a bad thing happening, but I feel that I have control. But I know that I am cognizant of the fact that it can spiral out of control quickly.
Okay, so I see that you're drinking when you have problems, but why don't you try and try other alternatives, maybe going for a walk when you get angry or when you can't cope with something?
That's true. I should try other things, and that's maybe it is a dependency now that I feel that's the only thing that can make me feel better. Because taking a walk, it just seems I'm gonna walk to the liquor store or something. I'm not gonna just walk outside. But yeah, I think you're right that I need to explore other options.
Talk to some friends, sit down and talk to some friends.
And then that's the thing with people too, even family members. I think that's why it's good to have counseling, because I don't know, you guys have an incentive to get you're paid to listen, but everybody, even your family, doesn't want to listen to all of your problems, or sometimes you feel you couldn't be as open with somebody, because even if they're your family, it's they're gonna judge you a little bit. So, I don't know, but yeah, I do need to find just ways to talk about things, because there's a lot of things. But my problem is too, I feel there are things outside of other people's control, and a lot of people won't know. Because I feel different ways about the world in general. But I guess we don't have to talk about all that. But just in summary, I feel that a lot of times, not people's advice isn't relevant, but I don't know if they're really gonna know what to say. Like, you know how there's things that we all are like searching for in life, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I guess you can explore people's different options, but sometimes it's like people are gonna say the same things just because, you know, like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But I don't know. I'll find like things that are more meaningful. But I don't wanna. I don't know. I think I've been taking drinking into that search or whatever, or that the hopelessness of that search. I think maybe.
Well, I see what you're saying. When you have problems, you feel like you need to drink.
I have problems, yes.
But I would advise you to take another route. Find something that suits you, like maybe writing, since you feel like your family doesn't want to listen. Maybe writing down your feelings or something like that will help.
Right, that could be healing, because I remember I used to have a journal, and that made me, I don't know, some odd way, like it made me feel better about things. But yeah, maybe I should do that instead. It's like, it's a thing, like, I don't know if I would have to go to, because there's other issues that's in my life and issues with me being in denial, because I don't know if I would necessarily need to go to AA meetings. I think I need to just, like I was saying, for me talking to you, nip some of these things in the bud.
I don't think you need to go to AA meetings. Because I see that the problem is whenever you cannot cope, you just drink. You don't drink every day. I don't see it as like a big problem right now.
Yeah, I could just see where it would lead up to that. But yeah, yeah. But I was gonna ask you too, like emotionally, how should we deal with that? Like, how should we deal with our family? Like, cause well, I'll tell you another thing. Like, my family is in fact, like, I love them, but kind of emotionally draining. Like, every time I come home, they're always like arguing and things like that. So I think it was like what you're saying. I think that's why I went to counseling and maybe writing too, because I don't know. It's not that they're not valid, but it's just like they have. That's what I feel like. Maybe not even that their answers won't be valid, but they won't have enough time to sit down and just listen because they have other things. And sometimes when I talk to them, some of their issues will come up. You know what I mean? And then it's like about them instead of my problem, because it just seems like, oh, because you don't want to really tell people that this is a problem. I don't know. But yeah, like, I was going to ask too, like, okay, when I'm to cope, like, with, I don't know if antidepressants or things like that, well, feelings just like low feelings. So you're saying writing would be a better alternative? Like, I don't know, I don't know how to even phrase the question, like, what would be the proper way to handle something?
Do you feel low self-esteem or something like?
I mean, yeah, I think like well, that's another thing. That's a whole different topic. Like my dad, me and him haven't had the best relationship. Like he is a very caring person and everything, and he means well, but just there's a difference in like how me and my sisters, like they look like him, and I don't know if that's why, but anyway, like I have this whole like complex because of him. Like I'm very sensitive to what he says.
Have you tried to talk to your dad?
And that's another, okay, maybe that's the root of things too, because I've told, just recently, I was trying to tell my dad before, like, you know, you are the reason, it is actually a problem, like, I didn't want to go into that, but he is like the reason that I have, like, a lot of things, like, occur in my life, but he won't, like, accept responsibility for it, or he won't even, like, just then I, like, talked to it was, like, this past break, and he was visiting us, and I told my mom, you know, he was doing the same thing again, like and my sisters are twins, and we used to say the girls, and he like acknowledges the girls more, or I feel like he considers them more, or considers their feelings more, and just, you know, it's a hard thing, because even talking to him, I feel like you can't make your dad smile at you the same way he does your sisters, or like I can tell him how I feel, because I told him before too, and he was like, don't blame your insecurities on me. But I can't, like, I feel hopeless in that, because even when I told him these different things that he does, I feel like he's not really cognizant of it. But it's like, you can't really tell your dad, like, you can't make your dad's face light up the same way it does when he sees your sisters to you. And it's like something I've had to deal with, like, just in myself.
He treats you and your sisters differently because the sisters...
Yeah, it's not even so drastic, but and that's what I'm saying. There'll be things that are, like, subtle, but I'll notice it because it is me. You see what I'm saying? And my mom does notice certain things, and my sisters do. Like, they say that I'm my mom's favorite, and my dad favors them or whatever. Like, we'll say that.
So have y'all sat down as a family and talked about?
Yeah, we tried, and that's the thing. We've tried to. That's why I was saying when he came and visited, my mother actually made me confront him about it. But this has happened before, and he was trying to act like he was just like, oh, I didn't know, you know.
And
I
so
know our
do you
relationship is
feel
not
like
perfect.
it's your fault? Is this the reason why, like,
The
the
drinking?
drinking? Is it connected to the drinking?
It may be. That's what I'm saying. I think when I drink, I'm just, maybe it's all a mix of all those emotions, like different things that I do need to resolve. Like the thing of, you know, the whole, like, meaning or purposeness of life or whatever. I think that, you know, that's the thing that will come and go, and I don't know exactly how that will be cultivated, but I do think other things are just things that we need to resolve
I
as a
think
family.
that a solution to that, the family problem, is that the family should have counseling for the whole family, sit down and talk and tell, like, how you feel to your dad and maybe your sisters, how they feel about your mom treating them differently, you know.
Yeah, because they feel strongly about that too, and it's like now even you saying that is making me think more so because I thought about it sometimes too, but it's like I blow it off like she don't treat them different, but she kind of like does favor me a little bit more, and I guess I'd be mad if I was in their position too. Like I mean, it's like I've seen it, but I don't really think about it so deep like she really does, but I think she really does in some cases. So yeah, well, all of us as a family need to talk, but that's my problem, like with people. That's what I was saying too, because my dad, what he did, and I was telling him about it. He brought up different things that I did in the past, but they were all and I was telling him the next time we talked, I was like, you named a whole bunch of things that were symptoms of the common denominator, which is you treating me this way. You see what I'm saying, or the lack of, you know, you.
You act the way you
Right.
did because your
And he's just so, like, he was born in England, right? Like, the church, his father had a church in England. When he came to America, they had a church in Florida. Like, he's been in the church, and he's so, like, but there can be a fakeness with people in the church. Like, he said it when we were, like, when I confronted him in the house, and I was crying and everything. He was like, a lot of women, they do certain things or whatever because they didn't feel the love of their father or whatever. So it's like, you talk to women like this, you know, he was just saying that, but why don't you acknowledge that you didn't do everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So I feel like maybe it just needs to be me and him one-on-one too, because I feel like he said a lot of things because he knew everybody else was listening type of thing.
And I believe the solution to that problem, maybe you need to bring your dad into counseling, you know, together so y'all can.
He's so opposed because, and this is another thing, like bipolar being bipolar, I don't know, runs in his family, and he like denies it. He's been diagnosed or whatever, but not. I think it was like indirectly, but like with one of. It was like a time way back when they had to go to the hospital. And so, but he's like in denial of it, and he doesn't want to like accept that title, which I mean, I don't know if I blame him, but it's like you need to take medication and you haven't, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think
he's not
think you have a bipolar?
And that's, every time I say that, it's like, but no, I don't think I'm necessarily, I know there's different types of being bipolar. My dad, he's just a real sweet person. He is
the
a
reason
nice
I
person.
asked that, I mean, because your dad has it, maybe it's
right, because my sisters try to, but I don't think we really have any, or maybe it hasn't come out yet. Because there's other people, like, in our family, it's like they have apparent issues. You see what I'm saying? Like, maybe ours haven't come out yet, or maybe, you know what I mean? But
so when you drink, you don't get angry?
No. See, and that's what I'm saying. Bipolar, he does get angry fast, but, he does get angry really quick, but, there's different types of bipolar. Like, it's not always just angry. It's like you getting sad or you just not being, he can't handle any type of stress. Like, he hasn't worked for a long time because of different things. Like, I don't know. So, I don't know if, those are all things that I should consider, though. But, yeah.
Okay, so I see that you, whenever you have problems, you drink. But like I said, I don't believe that you're alcoholic. It's just when you have problems, you drink. And that you're having problems with your father, treating you differently from your sister. But I believe if the family come in and sit down and talk and should just all let each other know how you feel, that it might change some things. And for the alcohol part, drinking part, like I said, writing, taking walks, stuff like that, to help you cope.
I do
I
appreciate
hope
you.
that helps.
Thank you.
You're welcome.